Francis Ngannou was supposed to fight Derek Lewis, but then now the UFC is going to go somewhere else, and they're going to have Derek Lewis versus Cyril Gane for an interim heavyweight title.
Love it. Sucks for Francis. I don't think he's too worried about it. So he said, I remember my interim title fight against
Jairzinho.
Oh, wait.
Never happened.
Face. Yeah, and then his manager, Markel, or his agent, Markel, who I'm good friends with, complete shock. Called somebody who's very close with Markel, and I said, what's going on here, man? And he goes, well, I think where Markel kind of messed up is saying it's a complete shock. So Dana told him they're trying to figure out a thing with Francis. And said, if Francis doesn't fight soon, just let you know, we're going to earn interim belt. They go, cool. He's probably going to be ready in September. The UFC goes, okay, cool. And then that's after the conversation. And then Dana put out this interim world championship fight. And then Markel goes, well, this is news to us.
Yeah.
It's not news, but I don't think they thought he was more surprised they announced it that fast. So Dana put, this dude is so full of shit. He knows exactly what's going on, isn't shocked at all. Because he told him several times this was coming. His management is incompetent. And hopefully Francis starts taking a look at new people to help his career, like WME, who I'm with, and we can manage him and he can't say shit. Here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. So don't be upset at Francis. Because I was talking to a very close friend who's with the UFC, and he goes, man, what's Francis doing, man? Why isn't he fighting? It'd be a fun fight with him and Derek Lewis. I don't think it goes like the first time. I said, here's the thing. Francis, when he beat Stipe, made $500K. Francis, in his last fight, I think he made $600K. I could be off around $100,000 there. Either way, not great money for your world champion. For the greatest knockout artist in the heavyweight division, not good money. So Francis, who I think has one fight left on his contract, is going, dude, you got to pay me what I'm worth. And the UFC's going, nah, we'll just do whatever we want. Francis going, no, you're not. I'll go elsewhere. I'll become a free agent. I want to fight Tyson Fury. I want to do some other things. The UFC's like, well, we still have you under contract. So what Francis is doing, and I don't think Francis deserves like $30, $40 million. It's insane. But you're telling me he doesn't deserve more than $500 or $600K to take a fight as your world champion, as a guy who came from fucking digging mines in Africa to becoming the scariest man to ever fight in the UFC. Your fucking reigning heavyweight champ doesn't deserve more than $500,000 a fight? In what world are you living in, Dana White? How do you not pay these guys? How long are we going to do this? How long are fighters going to cry and cry over money until you finally fucking pay up, man? How long do you guys want to do this? And it's going to take someone like France to go, dude, you got to pay me somewhat more, man. I'm fighting at heavyweight, knocking guys out. I'm the face of the UFC, and you want to pay me $500,000 to fight these monsters? You got to pay more, man. Now, again, he's not asking for 30. He's not asking for some crazy number that he knows not's going to get done. No, they're not that stupid. He's just saying, you got to pay me more, man. You got to pay me more. Because how long are we going to do this? In any other league, think about this, any other league, it's no issue, except for the UFC. For some reason, the fan base of mixed martial arts and the media puts up with them paying out 14% of their fighters when every other league is 50%. Now, is there going to be a union? I'm not asking for all that. What I'm asking is, you fucking pay the guy who came from the gutters of Africa, digging fucking mines, becoming your world heavyweight champion, beating arguably the best UFC champion of all time in Stipe, knocking him fucking unconscious. And you want to pay him $500,000? Are they out of your mind? Well, that's what he agreed to. Get the fuck out of here. How about you go watch Dan Severn on Rogan? Let me know. You want to end up like that? What about Coleman? You want to end up like Coleman? What about Chuck Liddell? You want to look like Chuck Liddell? You want to talk like that? It's insane. How long are we going to do this? How long is everybody just going to put up with this? Francis doesn't want to end up like that, man. And when I did the show with him and Mike Tyson's like, you don't need a manager. You just need a lawyer. Francis like, homeboy, I can't afford a lawyer. $500,000 after taxes, after paying management, that's not much money, man, for a guy of his caliber. All he's asking for is his worth. And it's, again, he's not asking for these Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder paydays. Not at all. So what Markel put here, Dana White, LOL. Complete shock with your decision after we said September was good for us. Complete shock that you guys made threats after less than 3 months after you were all aware complete shock after you knew why Francis needed more time. That is correct. I know you're passionate, but you trying to discredit my integrity when I've been nothing but respectful to you, Hunter, and your entire staff speaks more about you than it does me. I'm not even mad. I'm actually impressed that I've gotten your attention. Incompetent management, I think we've done a damn good job. I think you really don't like the fact that Francis is being represented by not only me, but an entire agency, CAA, who's a direct competitor to WME, which Dana hates. Also, remember, Dana was a manager, so he hates managers because it's his own weird thing dealing with it. One of which you can't control, hence why you have people trying to rep him all the time to your benefit. Correct. They try and sign their biggest athletes to WME. It's conflict of interest, but we all sweep it under the rug and act like it's not a big deal. This is why it's conflict of interest for those of you that probably already know this. So if WME Endeavor owns the UFC and represents Dana White, Francis has more movie deals coming his way than you can fucking imagine right now. So if he's with WME, right? And let's say Universal or taking MGM, whoever goes, hey, we want to make this movie, HBO, whoever it is, goes, we want to make this movie. They go to the UFC and WME and fucking Dana and go, when can we make this movie? You think Dana's going to do what's best for Francis? No. He's going to go, well, he's going to fight here, here, and here. Let's do it here. So if you have somebody who's not in pool with the UFC, they're going to say, Francis is doing it this, he can't fight till this. So that's why Dana hates us, because he can't control what Francis can do. They can't control any of it. If he's with WME, they control everything. It's a monopoly. So he hates that he's with somebody else. But if you're a fighter, why in the this is for all you idiot fighters that sign with WME, why would you sign with the same management that represents the fucking president of the company? Whose interest do you think they're looking out for? Yours? Come on, man. Figure it out. He says, hence why you have people trying to rep him all the time to your benefit. I tell you what, let's disclose everything for people to see. Here's the other thing. Markel used to work at the UFC. So there's that. Email, calls, text, everything. Deal, because I'm ready to get blackballed by the UFC. I'm not defined by it. You or anyone else for that matter. How's that sound? Sincerely, your old employee, Markel Martin. That'd be interesting. Mm-hmm. And France goes 100%. Let me see, scrolling. Shortly after, Ngannou's head coach, Eric Nixick of Extreme Couture, tweeted and deleted screenshots in support of Martin, showing a text conversation revolving around Francis agreeing to fight on September 25th. So he put, let me scroll up. Scroll up, Jen. Oh. No, scroll up. Right there. For everyone saying we're ducking my dialogue with Markel as of last Wednesday, scroll down. Now let's see it. Scroll in or zoom in, Chin. Mm-hmm. What's this picture there?
That's when they were celebrating that, Fighter of the Year.
Yeah, the ESPN thing. Mm-hmm. And then he put, let's fucking go. Also, FYI, coach, we're targeting September 5th. We haven't signed an agreement yet, but Francis is good with the date. Time to get to work. Mm-hmm. And then Dana said, nah, I want to do this interim title. So what they're doing is, and they've done it forever, is if you're a champ and you're trying to figure things out, they're going to threaten interim titles all the time to scare you into taking the fights. That's just their MO. Yeah, Markel, his relationship with Dana is definitely not going to be the same, and that's going to be very difficult to get Francis fights, stuff like that. But we all put up with it.
This is Cyril Gahn. I think he has basically like a good response to this. He says it doesn't do anything. It's an interim title shot, so Francis is still the champion, and he can fight whoever wins the interim. So it doesn't change too much.
Yeah, I agree with Cyril Gahn here. It's like those interim titles. I mean, the UFC can threaten that stuff, but the fan base knows that France is the best heavyweight on the planet. Yeah. You guys can put whatever silly belt you want. Remember when they made the bad motherfucker belt? It's like, okay, all right, I guess do that. I guess we'll take that. But everybody knows, like, it's not real. These interim belts, they're not real. So I can understand when Francis come from, but I don't feel bad for him. It's just an interim title, so the champion is still Francis. Not really feeling bad for Francis. If I was Francis, it'd be nothing for me. Yeah, I wouldn't care either.
It's just the move by UFC is what's frustrating, I guess, for them, for their team.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a great fight, though. Mm-hmm. I told you guys last week's podcast, Cyril Gahn, to me, is a nightmare of a matchup for Derek Lewis or Francis with his athleticism and his footwork. Is he going to knock those guys out? I don't know. They're going to have to open up, but as far as fundamentally and technique-wise, those two can't hang with Ciryl Gane. He can't hit like them though, so it's a great matchup.